Jambo everyone, I trust you're all keeping well and safe. Welcome to our 8th episode of Safari Frame by Explore Safaris. My name is Myra and Safari is our game. Today we decided to take a bit of a twist in our episode and we drove a few kilometers away from Nairobi to this beautiful countryside where you get to experience something that Kenyans love the most. Guess is tea, or chai as we call it. So we're here at Kiambethu Farm. This is a tea plantation and we're going to give you an insight on how tea is picked to the end product. As you know, Kenya is one of the biggest exporters of tea. So karibu sana and join me on this beautiful journey on how tea is made.
We'll hold about 10 kilos of very loosely picked tea. Baskets are usually made of a grassy material, so it's light for the pluckers to carry. They'll fill the baskets lightly and then they'll tip them out in the shade of a tree, and they'll just tip them out and then go back and pick again. So at the end of the day, when before the tea goes to the factory and before the pluckers are weighed, we'll sort through the leaf to make sure that it really is the 2 leaves and the bud that they want at the factory. And then the pluckers will be paid on the farm weight. It then goes up to the tea factory in sacks like this, which will again hold about 10 kilos, which is roughly a basket full. Get that, like that, these big sacks. Not going to go. And these, they go up to the factory, and basically they're trying not to handle the leaf at all. So when you get to the factory, they'll inspect the tea quite carefully to make sure it's what they want, and then they run your vehicle over a weighbridge. So they weigh you full as you go in and then empty as you come out. The tea then goes down to the factory where it's unloaded still in the sacks. A tea factory is like a big warehouse or a big aircraft hangar, and round the roof there's a conveyor belt with hooks on it. There's a flat floor, and about 2/3 of the factory floor are taken up with containers that they use for withering the tea. The withering process is basically reducing the moisture content. They'll blow air through it for about 15 to 16 hours, and you've then got a very soft, limp green leaf. They then start to process that tea by chopping it to begin with fairly coarsely. They then run it through 3 big rollers that have spikes in them, and it just opens up the cells in the leaf so the air begins to come into it, and it starts the oxidization process. It's oxidizing for about an hour. It then gets taken to a dryer and they hit it with a very high heat. It goes through this dryer for about 15-20 minutes, coming out the other end tea that's ready to go into your teacup. The different parts of the leaf will make different leaf sizes. So from the dryer it will come back out onto a conveyor belt, and it comes through screens that sift the different parts of the leaf into different sizes, which go to different parts of the world and used in different ways. They then pack that tea by the leaf size into big foil-lined paper sacks, and that goes down to the tea auctions in Mombasa. Each factory stamps the name of their sacks, of the factory on their sacks, so that it identifies the factory for the buyers who are buying the tea in Mombasa. And then once it's sold at auction, it goes out of the country. Some of it will stay here. Different leaf sizes go to different places, so we sell tea to the UK. A lot of our good quality tea goes to the UK. We sell tea to Egypt, to Pakistan, to Afghanistan, and then we keep some here as well. Our poorer grades don't really get exported, but everything gets made into tea, a good quality and a poorer quality. We don't we don't spray the leaves, but we do have to fertilize it. It is an important crop for us in that it employs a lot of people. So it does keep a lot of people busy, still picking mainly by hand in this country, with 3 main tea growing areas in the country. But this is where some of the first tea was started. As early as 1918 they were making tea commercially here, although it was planted as early as 1903 in this area, but not actually being made into tea.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the brief tour that we've taken you around on this tea farm. So in my hand I have a sample of a tea leaf, which I'll tell you, from this tea leaf to your cup of tea takes only 24 hours. I mean, it's unbelievable, it's beautiful, it's tasty. So on your next trip to Kenya, make sure you put Kiambethu Tea Farm on your bucket list. Come and enjoy this beautiful green place or outdoors for you to experience. You get to have a guided tour of the tea plantation, which you can see a few of the hills behind me, followed by a nice cup of brewed tea from the farm, as you also get to see a few of the colobus monkeys in their nature trail. And to end it off, you have a lovely garden lunch, 3-course meal, overlooking this magnificent scenery. Guys, thank you very much. Make sure you tune in to our next episode of Safari Frame. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Asante Sana and enjoy.